You get to have your dream, but I can't have mine. And I'm like, damn it, here we are right back at one. We just got them back on track, and here we go back to one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life TV Poetry. I'm Poetry. You are here for another recap and review, maybe just more of a review than a recap of This Is Us, Season 3, Episode 13? No, Episode 14, The Graduates. I'm not sure what's been going on with this particular season, why they've been taking so much time off. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this season. They've been taking a lot of time off. We done had a lot of breaks in between, and it's really been discouraging a lot of folks from watching. But I'm still sticking with the show. This episode was more of an emotional journey. I got a little teary-eyed, teary-eyed. And it seemed like most people were acknowledging their fears in this particular episode. I guess that's a good way that I can say it. They were acknowledging their fears. They were being confronted with their what's been holding them back as far as like mental growth or emotional growth. And that's pretty much what we got to do. So like I say, with the graduates, of course, the big three are graduating from high school. We all know Randall goes to a whole different school than Kate and Kevin. So Becca has to go to 2 different graduations. And it's only 4 months after Jack has died. Jack used to videotape everything. Y'all remember that. He used to always walk around with a camera recording everything. And we go back to a time when he's trying to buy a new camera. The kids are like about 2 years old or what have you. 2 years old. And he's just explaining like these are the moments that we want to catch in life. I feel that we're going to have a lot of more moments that we want to catch, and we want to remember these things throughout our lifetime. And the camera we got right now ain't got no sound. So we need a camera with some sound so we can hear the beauty in what's all going on as well. So what she's currently doing is in the store right now trying to buy a camera again because it's graduation and she need to capture these moments. She want to be like Jack, but Jack was the one, he was Radio Shack Jack. He was the one that was into all this stuff. So she don't know what to buy. There's a man in there who knew them from high school. His name was Matt, knew them from middle school. His child was there with them. His name was Matt, and he runs into her. He helps her pick out the camera, and he makes the statement he's sorry he hadn't reached out to her. Well, fuck, it's high school. They graduating now. That was middle school. That's been some years. I wouldn't expect you, Matt, of all people, to reach out to me. But at the same time, he offers to take her out for coffee. Can we get together sometime? And she panics and freaks out and kind of rushes out of the store. She doesn't know what to feel. She got hit with a bunch of emotions. Like, she is still grieving and she doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that she's grieving. I'm gonna go ahead and go through with Kate. So she learns that she comes back from the store with the camera. We learn that Kate don't want to go to graduation because Kate is still grieving herself. And Randall's trying on his valedictorian gown and everything. And for some reason, Kate still won't speak to Kevin. Well, because Kevin's going off to New York with Sophie. He wants to go be an actor, leaving Kate behind. Like I say, she's still like, our daddy just died 4 months ago. Like, how dare you go off and leave at this time? This is not the time. So she doesn't want to go to graduation because she doesn't want people to be looking at her weird. They're going to be watching her walk across the stage. She'll be like, oh, there's the girl who dad just died. And she ain't got no plans for her life. Her brothers are going off to achieve whatever dreams they want to achieve. But she ain't got one for her own life. Look at her. How sad and pathetic is she? And there's a lot of parallels in the story that's going on. Because like what Becca is going through as far as the grieving is concerned, I feel that's what Kevin is going through in adulthood. But he's not grieving death, so to speak, but he's still grieving loss, and that's in regards to Nikki. And with Kate not wanting to go off to school, worrying about what people think, wanting people to look at her as a charity case, that's what Deja is going through in her situation in this episode. And then you have I don't know exactly how Randall, to me, does not seem to be 100% part of this family in a lot of cases to me. We've always known that Kate and Kevin have a very close bond. Of course they do. They were in the womb together. It's undeniable. You can't really be mad at them for that. That's just how twins are. Randall, even though we call him a triplet, he really isn't a triplet. You know, I don't care how much you try to add somebody to your family, whether they're adopted in, how much love and kindness you want to show them. There is still that natural bond that siblings, that blood-born siblings may have, that somebody that was raised with them could never understand. And that's Kate and Kevin right there for me. So Randall always seems to me to be the outsider, which is one reason why I think Kate like gravitated to him so much. And that kind of also plays to me in Deja's idea of Deja's storyline as well. So they go to the graduation and Becca just can't make herself go in. She is literally having a nervous breakdown outside. Her chest is heavy. She's just breathing. This season has a lot to do with the mental health aspect of these characters. And Miguel comes out and like, look here, we're going to need to pull it together. Maybe it's time you need to go to grief counseling. She doesn't want to go to grief counseling. She's in denial that she doesn't need counseling. What she needs is Jack back, you know. But Miguel's like, look here, you need some help, somebody outside to talk to you. You need to be able to let some of this emotions out. But on top of that, what you need to do is go in there and be there for your son. Because remember, Becca said she had checked out. She's in so much grief of her own that she can't be a mother to her children right now. And that's why she's not being advisable, in my opinion, to Kate, as far as like not wanting to go to graduation. I skipped graduation too. And I didn't have that type of family that was like, oh, you got to go to graduation. You need to graduate. They didn't give a fuck whether I walked or not. But when I graduated from college, I was like, you know what? My aunt, I think she wanted to see me graduate. She just never said nothing. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and walk in college just so she could see me graduate, because she was old and passing away at going towards glory at the time. And I was like, let me go ahead and graduate. So I made that decision myself, but nobody ever encouraged me. And that's the same thing with Kate. Nobody encouraged her. In this episode, Toby was that person. And then Becca came on through for her as well, that made her realize you should graduate. We didn't get to see you graduate as a teenager, you know, but let's forget all that. We got another moment right now. This is the hit to the time. This is when you should celebrate life right here, right now. So, she went ahead and went through the graduation though. Kate, Randall, and Kevin, they had a little party to go to afterwards. Kate was gonna go. She didn't, like I said, she didn't want to go to the graduation. She didn't want to sit there in the audience, nothing, to even see her brother graduate. She went to Randall's graduation, but she didn't go to Kevin's. And I know Kevin was feeling some kind of way about that. Like, damn, she doesn't even want to go to my own damn graduation. She can't even watch her brother. Like I said, they had that connection, that bond. She was being really fucking selfish. That's how I felt about that situation. Fine, you don't want to walk. You don't want to get your diploma. Damn, at least support me. You just supported Randall. You know what I'm saying? I would have felt some kind of way too. So at the party, you know, Kate and Kevin was having this moment about college and going away to New York. And he was like, you know, maybe I shouldn't go. This isn't the best time. She was like, no, you got to go. You know, I think she realized at some point she was being stupid and selfish. Because back home, when they dropped her off and they went to the graduation, she started watching all the home videos that Jack had made. And in every home video, you could see how supportive Kevin was to her. He was trying to feed her. He would comfort her when she cried. Doing the brotherly thing. Basically everything that she does for him. Maybe that's why she felt obligated in life as an adult to always be there for Kevin. Because remember when we first started this show off, she was his manager. She helped manage his career, things like that. Or his assistant. That's a better way to say it. His assistant. Oh my God. Eye boogers. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so they talked about, you know, him going off and not giving up on his dream because of her. It's time for her to take care of herself. And we got the dream relation when Beth and Randall had their interaction later on in the story. And who's going to be giving up the dream, and how much you willing to sacrifice for the other person. So Randall was ear hustling off to the side, and they told him to come on through, like, come on down. He's like, I didn't want to interrupt this moment. Y'all was having something going on that I'm not a part of. And they was like, whatever, we the big three, not the big two. Randall knows. He's like, nah, y'all got something over there that I ain't part of, and I probably don't even want to be part of for real. And he asked, how do you think we're going to be as adults? We're going to stick together. We're going to barbecue with the kids. Well, Randall's the only one with children. And when we started off season 1, they were not all connected like that. Randall and Kevin wasn't even speaking. They didn't like each other much. They were very competitive against one another. Kate was living with Kevin. Remember, she was out there in LA with Kevin, being his assistant. Just like Randall said, y'all could probably end up living together, sharing an apartment together. I was surprised that Kevin didn't ask her to move to New York with him right then. And that would have been the next suggestion I would have thought he would have did. But he said he just know that they're going to be there for her. They're going to support each other. Well, in current day, is graduation day again for Kate. Remember a few while back, Toby convinced Kate to go ahead and get her college degree. She was only 8 college credits away. I was surprised because I didn't think that she went to college at all, even junior college. But I remember they did say that she went to college, but she didn't finish. But she was only 8 credits away, and now she got her 8 credits. She's ready to graduate. Toby is going all out. He is throwing her a full graduation party. Her homegirl Madison is there. I love Madison, a little crazy, and there's 3 other graduates who's going to graduate with her, class of 2019. I forgot who all the people were. The only one I remember specifically is an old dude from, I think it was Ecuador, Latin brother, who had his education stripped away from him through the economic times, and he's old. He's in this country finally graduating from college. And so, Kate thinks this is like 16 years too late, but it's never too late to get your degree. I can testify to that. I didn't get mine in 2015. I still ain't used it though. By the time I graduated though, I didn't want to do what I went to school for. I just finished the degree because that's what I started. But I'm actually thinking about going back to school again. I know people that know me will say, what? Because you hate school. I do. I hate school. But I think that I'm at a point in my life that I'm not progressing any further. I'm having trouble making things work for me on my own. So maybe I need a new tool. Maybe I'll just go to the library and study up on it myself without going back to school. I'm going to figure some stuff out, y'all. I'm going to let y'all know how it goes. So, but it's graduation day. And Kate is very surprised to wake up and see her mama sitting there in the living room. Becca has flew all the way across the country to come to her daughter's graduation. It's very sweet, but mama, you didn't have to do this. Oh no, I had to do this. Because this is that moment. This is your time to shine. This is your moment in time, pretty much. I can't think of what else I was going to say. But this is what she really, she's proud of her. And she wants to be a part of that moment, all those moments that Jack had captured on camera. She wants to be part of this living moment. And Toby say, surprise, your brother coming too. Oh, right, Kevin is coming? Well, where the heck he at? Well, they called Kevin up on the phone, ring, 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 ring. Where you at? Well, Kevin is in a hotel room surrounded by liquor. Usually alcoholics stick to one type of drink, but he got whiskey, he got vodka, he done cleared out the mini bar, plus went into the real bar and the liquor store. He got all that on the table and some popcorn. He tossing it up, drinking it up. I was surprised he was able to get up to stand up to go answer the phone. I'm baffled. And he's like, oh shit, I gotta get to where I'm going. I'm headed over there right now. My bad, I'm behind. Okay, well, Zoe calls next. Hey boo, hey, where you think I'm at? He thinking she in New York doing her little documentary thing, but no, she showed up in LA too. She's here to support his sister. I'm only 10 to 15 minutes away from the hotel, on the way. He running around like, oh fuck, what can I do? You could throw all the shit away. You really could have. That's what you really could have did. But he's in a drunken state of mind. He panics. He tells her, look, I'm about to run out. Just meet me at Kate's. I'm going to text you the address. And she's like, okay, I'll just meet you over there. Are you sure? Yeah, boo, I love you. And he hung up. Okay. Well, he rushes over there to the graduation festivities, and Kate automatically says something ain't right with my brother. What's wrong? Oh, no, I'm good. I had some meetings run, to and fro here and there, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go speak to Toby. We're gonna see how Toby doing. He run off to go talk to Toby, and then in walks Zoe. Zoe said she 2 hours late. Well, damn, how long did it take Kevin to get there? Because she 2 hours, she got lost in traffic for 2 hours. When she get lost in traffic, Kevin come up and she mentions that Kevin and Kate were supposed to have a spa day. How did they go? And Kate, like, I didn't have no spa day with him. Oh, I meant to schedule the spa day. I meant to do this. I meant to do that. You can clearly tell Kevin is lying, except for Zoe. Zoe is oblivious to the lies. She ain't picking up on the subtle hints and the clues that something ain't right with her dude. Zoe's self-absorbed too. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But Kate is like, something ain't right with my brother. So Kevin fakes a text that he supposedly got from his agent, said he had to have this meeting right now. So he's like, oh my God, that's awesome. You should go. And Kate like, yeah. So Kevin dips. He dips out and says he gonna be right back. All the, Madison, she brought them some virgin mojitos for him, and because he's sober, and for Kate because she's pregnant, and everybody else got drinks. So the bartender's up there shaking up. You hear the ice rattling in the cup. It's people sipping on the glass, the seltzer water fizzing in the bottle. He hears all of this stuff, and he's very triggered. Like, he has PTSD. He's very, very, very triggered. And all of this is coming off on the back end, of course, as we saw with him with Nikki. We knew that whole situation was going to trigger him as well. So he's coming off on the back end of that. But he dips out of there. Like I say, he dips out, and Kate is like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So Rebecca is talking to Kate. Like I said, she's telling her about this being her shining moment and this, that, and the third. And Kate steady texting Kevin like, where you at? You coming back? And he ain't responding. And she's like, well, okay, what's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. I thought Kate was going to tell her what was wrong, but she didn't. Kate bounced. She went to go over to Kevin's house. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Open up. Let me in. I know you in there. You know I'm out here. Oh, come open the door. Open the door now. So he finally answers the door like, hey, what you doing here? I was just about to come back over there. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. She rushes in the room, and there are all the little shot bottles. Like I say, I got a hickey. Like from mini bars all on the counter. And he done drunk them all. He looking somewhat ashamed, but not all the way. Because usually Kate would probably pretend it's not happening, but she's not going for that today. So she's like, okay, she just sit down. Real quiet, like. So he's like, all right, cool. I'm not going to lie to you. The situation with Nikki triggered me a little bit. Correction, make that a lot, Kevin. And, I took a drink. Maybe that got out of hand. You think? No, it wasn't maybe. It was. It got out of hand, sir. You shouldn't have took the first drink. You didn't take a drink. You drunk the whole damn bottle. Right then on the spot. Let's tell the truth. Okay. So Kate say, okay, so what you're going to need to do is you need to get into some meetings. And he's in denial. I don't really need the meetings. Oh, yeah, you need to get into some meetings. You didn't go into one before. Okay, right, fine. You need to get to the meeting. And you need to tell Zoe. No. That's what I cannot do. I cannot tell Zoe. And I think he need to tell Zoe, but what he said, I think is accurate. She got a whole lot of baggage her damn self. And if she heard this, she gonna know he was lying and run. You still lying to her. Omission is a lie, Kevin. Omission is a lie. So she found out that you admitting the truth to her too. She still may run. But the reason why she gonna run, if she run, is because all the baggage that she has. Like I said before, these two broken people should not be together. That's all they're going to do is make it cut even deeper. And they're going to bleed all over the relationship and it's going to fail. I don't think that two broken people who have not gotten help with either one of their issues should be together like that. I just don't. One of them, have to be at least halfway fixed, at least halfway. He went through that little therapy, and he ain't, like say, what Kate said, he needed a sponsor this time. He didn't have to sponsor last time. Oh, I promise you I'm going to get a sponsor. But don't tell Zoe. Let me go into a meeting. Let me get to a meeting for at least a week, you know, and then I'll tell her. I'll tell her then. Lies, Kevin. Lies. And I think Kate know he lying, but she was like, okay, fine. I'm going to let you roll with that, right? But guess what? I'm going to find you a meeting today. Okay? Well, back in yesteryear, while the kids was at that party, Becca was sitting down just in that house alone, and she didn't know what to do with herself. She see the videotapes that was on the table. I guess Kate had been looking at those too, and she starts to play it back, and she see ones with her and Jack. And all these rush of emotions is coming over her. All the sadness and the grief and the happiness all at one time just flood her. She can't handle it. She's overwhelmed. So she picks up the phone and she calls Miguel, and she tells Miguel, look here, I can't be in this space. I need somebody to come get me. Maybe, I don't know where I need to be, but maybe it's a meeting. Maybe if we could find one of those today that I should go, and I need you to come get me and take me. So Miguel shows up to take her to one of those meetings, and drops her off and tells her, I'm going to be right here for you. I'm going to be right here. So she's like, all right, here we go. So she goes to go into her meeting. Well, back with Kate and them, she's like, we found a meeting right now that starts at 5:30. Let's go, baby bro. Or not baby bro, but bro. You know, so they rolling on out together, and they in the car. And Kate is like, Toby's blowing her up. Like, where you at? How you leave your own graduation party? Where you at? You coming back? What's going on? And she's trying to ask Kevin, well, what shall I tell Toby? Why don't lie to Toby either? That's what she says. I can't lie to him. But she's trying to go lie for her brother. Like, what do you want me to tell him? He's like, well, tell him about the doggone meeting. You know, I know he's joking, but he don't want Toby to know the truth. Well, at that moment, Kate's water breaks while they riding in the car. She only 28 weeks pregnant. She is too early for Kate to be having this baby. She's already have the health risk by being overweight, and now this baby, 7 months, 28 weeks, is trying to come out. The water broke. That's not healthy. That the baby may not make it. Okay. Well, she can't drive no more because she, going through whatever she going through, and he damn sure can't drive because he been drinking all morning. So they got to call Toby. Tell Toby, I got to get an ambulance. Toby like, what the hell you mean you got to get an ambulance? I got to get an ambulance because I've been drinking all day. I can't be there for my sister because I'm in an inebriated state of mind. Baby Toby's not happy. He is going off on that phone. Back at the Pearsons. It's Beth's first day as a dance teacher. She on the kitchen counter stretching it out like, I got her foot up on the island. And Randall was like, girl, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. How am I supposed to concentrate when you're doing me like that? You know, he's up here working on the schedule. The schedule is covered. You can't see no white on the calendar because he got everything that Tess doing, everything that Annie doing, everything that Deja doing, everything that he doing. And then Beth slide in and put everything that she doing to as far as her dance classes. How we going to make this work? I'm working at nights. You going to be on the campaign trail next month. The girls got all this schedule. How are we going to make this work? Well, maybe we got to hire somebody. Maybe we got to bring somebody in, for the task, for the job. Okay, so Beth went off to be the best dance teacher she could be. Excuse me, y'all. The best dance teacher that she could be, right? Randall gets a phone call from Deja. Something is afoot. What's going on? Let me run out. Deja, where you at? He go out there to get her. As he driving up to go get her, she's storming off down the street. He pulls up like, hey, Deja. She gonna keep walking. What? Okay, I'm sorry. What's going on? Deja, stop walking. He hops out the car. But Deja is pissed off. She said she was so mad she couldn't stay at that school and she's ready to punch somebody. So she had to leave. She had to take a walk. Okay, fine. Cool yourself down, but don't keep walking past me when I tell you to stop. That's what I'm saying right here. But he's like, calm down. What's going on? Well, apparently they had to write some personal essays. It's supposed to be in private because they personal essays, right? Well, the teacher decided to publish it without Deja's permission. And it was about the time when Deja was living in the car with her mama. So now all the kids are teasing her, calling her Pontiac, because that's the type of car they lived in. And I had that same experience, but no, I didn't. I didn't have that same experience, but I had an experience like that with publishing. I wrote a story in my 8th grade class. Mr. Eichelberger decided to publish my story, and I didn't know nothing about it. And when he published my story, he published it with his name as if he wrote it. And I still, like, to this day, like, my very first published stories is not with my own name on it as a writer. You know how that, I think I told y'all about that story before. But anyway, the teacher published it. But I knew when the teacher published it, I thought it was a good reason why she published it, but she just didn't understand how personal that was for her to that was wrong for her to do it like that. Okay, so she should have asked the students' permission. She should have. One of my teachers did it too in college. She wanted to publish one of my papers, and I was like, we wrote stuff in journalism, and we were supposed to be writing a story, so we had to, and I wanted this published. Well, I didn't want to publish. I just wrote it for class to get the grade, and the teacher was like, he wanted to put it in the school paper. I was like, no, that was very personal. It was a story I wrote about a rape victim. I'm not a domestic abuse and rape victim, and I did change her name in the story that I wrote to class, but still, it was her very own personal story. And I was like, no, you don't have permission to post that. He wanted me to publish that so bad, and I was like, no, but at least he, he pulled it because he was the editor of the paper, because he did have it in print. He brought it to me in print, and I was like, no. You can't do that. You can't do that one. So, especially because when I asked the girl to interview her, she made it very clear that she didn't want this story to go no further than my class. And I promised her that. So, yeah. So, yeah, but I knew what Deja's teacher was hinting at. I knew that she was thinking that the story was so, emotional and could probably help so many others, and probably the way that she wrote that she was like very proud of her, and that's why she did it. I knew that before Randall even went there, but Randall was like, no, it's not gonna happen, ain't gonna happen. So he went there to confront the teacher and brought the teacher to tears. Brought her to tears, and like saying she totally understood. I thought she was very sorry. She said how wrong it was for her to do it. She probably needed to apologize to Deja as well, but at the same time, she told him how gifted of a student that Deja was. And like Deja was supposed to be left back a grade because of all her moving around. The foster care system does that. I hate that they do that. But in Deja's particular case, she was so well advanced, they wanted her to skip a grade, go right to high school. So Randall's kind of proud of that. He takes the information back to Deja. He tells Deja what's going on. And Deja's like, yeah, I'm glad you checked her. She was happy about that. And then he told her about skipping the grade. She's like, nope, I don't want to do that. She feels like that they only giving it to her because she's homeless. And they having pity on the little homeless girl. And they want to just, give her some cookies and cream because of her situation. Not that she really deserved it. And he was like, no, she talked to all the other teachers too, and she was like, yeah, all the other white teachers, they see me as a charity case, that's why they want to push me up. No, they didn't give me that. And then she told Randall that I don't want to be you. I was like, where does this come from? Deja does a lot. Well, Randall does a lot of comparisons to Deja and her when he tried to talk to her in his life, but she always does like a negative comparison, almost like she hates the way Randall came about his life. She's like, every time I read a story about you in a paper, they always talk about how you were the kid left at the fire department. Like, that's the only thing about you. Like, everything that you get is because of that situation. I don't want to be that. I don't want to get my successes or my accolades in life based off of the fact that I was the homeless kid that lived in the car. I don't want that to be everything that people think about me when they first see me. I don't want to be you. That's basically what she told her. Randall was like, it's a bitch. No, he didn't say it's a bitch, but I think he understood. So, but he tells Deja, I understand what you're getting, but people always have a reason to think the worst of you or feel like you are undeserving because of whatever your circumstances may be. It's always going to be somebody like that. Well, you can't let that guide how you react, the actions that you take in life because of that. Just think about that for a moment, right? And then she was saying that that's not the only reason why she didn't want to skip a grade. She didn't want to skip a grade because she didn't want to have things change. She just got to a point in her life where everything is stable. And she likes the fact that Randall and Beth pick them up after school. They're waiting for them after school. She likes the stability. She's like riding in the car to the school. If she skips a grade, she's going to miss all that because she's going to be in high school. And I'm sitting here thinking, things about to change for you right now, sweetie, because Randall's not going to be able to pick y'all up after school. He's going to be on the campaign trail in a month. Or he's going to be in office in a month. Beth is working now. She's not going to be there like that. Everything's about to change right now. And as soon as I had that thought, Randall came in and have a talk with Beth. And he told Beth, he was sitting down looking at babysitters or caretakers for the children. One who could deal with a child who just came out. One who knows and understands how to work with adopted children. Things like that. And it's going to get kind of pricey. They can't afford it because Beth just took a teaching job. The governor's salary really ain't that much, y'all. If y'all know politicians, governors and mayors really don't make a lot of doggone money. Most of their stuff come from campaign shit, but the actual salary is like pennies on a dollar for real. I think I make more than the governors I know, as far as salary is concerned. And so he telling her, you sacrificed a lot for this family. When you was staying at home, when I was out here on the campaign trail, they both did this. When he was working and she was at home, she stayed at home then. And then when he lost his job, she the one that was working, he was staying home. They both done this, but he's saying right now, the kids need stability. They need you to be at home. He got all these bright ideas of how she can't do her classes. We need to put a pin in it. Come back to that later. He didn't say, is it a possibility that you could look into doing daytime classes? I guess you can't because it's a dance class. It's usually in the afternoons or on the weekends. That's usually when that happens. Because people at work or at school themselves in the daytime. Maybe the girls can enroll in your class and be involved in the activity too. But no, they got their own activities going on. But there's no other suggestions that he's coming up with other than you need to stick a pin in it. You need to stick a pin in it, and you need to be at home with the girls. Beth is like, so what you trying to tell me? You get to have your dream, but I can't have mine. And I'm like, damn it, here we are right back at one. We just got them back on track, and here we go back to one. Woo! Well, at the end, Kate and they at the hospital. She's being wheeled into the ER. Toby's already sitting there waiting there. I don't know where Zoe and Kate was at. Zoe and Becca, why they didn't show up too. But yeah, Toby's sitting there and Kevin's trying to come in with Kate and he's like, talk to the hand, bro. Talk to the hand. I can't even talk to you right now. When Toby leaves out the room for a minute, Kevin slips on in and tries to tell Kate, I'm still here. I'm still here for you. Toby went to go talk to the doctor. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. And Randall had got the phone call. I think he got the phone call from probably Becca. Got the phone call. And it's been 10 hours now that she's been in there. They got the meds to slow down her labor or whatever. But it's only been hours. It ain't going to be weeks. She need weeks. She need at least 12 more weeks for that baby to be cooking in the oven. And Randall shows up too. So now they back at earlier when he promised that once they grow up, they were still going to try to be there for each other. And they all there together now. Like Randall could take off across the country to be there for Kate. But he wants Beth to give up everything to be there for the kids. He's not giving nothing up. He's not bending a little, pushing a little here or there. I know she just got back from being with her mama. But, he done flew across the country. DC ain't that far from where they was at. He done flew across the country to be there for Kate, leaving Beth at home with the kids. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe she ain't gonna move her mama in, Beth ain't, because her mama, ain't retiring her damn self. But damn, man, Randall could be selfish. He could be selfish. And I don't know what's gonna go on with Toby. Did Toby tell Zoe that Kevin was drinking? And that's why he couldn't take Kate to the hospital? What's going to happen with all that there? And would his baby make it? What y'all think? Y'all think the baby going to make it? It And babies can be born premature, but like I said, with all the Kate's other health risks, it's very touch and go. Very touch and go. All right, y'all, that's the end of This Is Us. I want to thank y'all for coming back and watching. I appreciate y'all being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.